Well, hello, Murishani Bonsai. Welcome back, or welcome to my channel if it's your first time here. My name is Tembi, and today I would like to give you some tips on how you can mix warm and cool tones. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So let's consider that you have a space that has cool walls, cool toned walls, and it's either a rental and so you can't change the paint color, or you just happen to be a person who prefers cool paint tones, cool paint colors over warm tones, but you would like to be able to balance out your space and make it a lot more inviting and cozy. The best recommendation that I have for you is to introduce warm furniture and decor pieces. So I would actually ask you to go overboard with the warm tones in your furniture pieces and your decor, because that will help to break up the coldness of the paint color, the cool paint color, and basically bring in a lot more balance and even allow your space to feel like it has a lot more depth, but is also quite inviting and cozy at the same time. And the opposite is true as well. If you happen to have warmer toned walls, so let's say for instance you have wooden panels that are in the natural wooden tones, or they are on the warmer side, then just introduce some cool toned furniture pieces, and that will help to balance your space out as well. And something that I love about warm walls is that, especially if it's wood, is that despite the fact that you're adding a lot of cool tones, the warmth of the walls will help to encompass everything that is cooler in your space and still give you those really cozy vibes, especially when light lands on your walls or bounces off your walls. It just brings in that really beautiful, cozy feeling. And I think that that is absolutely fantastic. Now, if we're talking about furniture pieces and maybe you're a little bit more, you'd like to go a little bit more smaller scale, then let's say for instance you have warm furniture pieces such as a side table or bookshelves, or you have a credenza or a coffee table. So the warmer it is, the more cooler tone decor pieces you can include or introduce into your space. I think that that even gives it more of that high-end designer feel versus just going warm on warm or cool on cool. Because in as much as yes, cool on cool can work, or warm on warm can work, too much of it actually starts feeling really dated. So if your space is just extremely warm, you don't have any cool tones whatsoever, it's going to feel really dated really easily. And then on the other side of the spectrum, if everything in your space is cool, it's just going to feel really cold and sterile. And so adding cooler tones to your warmer toned furniture is basically going to help to bring in more of that balance that we're looking for. And you could do the exact same thing with your furniture pieces that are cool toned. Just incorporate some pieces of decor that are on the warmer side, such as gold, or you could go for amber glass and the like, and it will look absolutely amazing. Now, something else that I love is mixing my metals. So if I have some silver, for instance, I will mix it with some brass or some gold, and that looks really beautiful. But you can also go a little bit further by mixing something like silver with amber glass, like I mentioned earlier, and that looks really, really fantastic. Or you can incorporate some warmer marble tones with the silver, and it will look absolutely fantastic and really, really beautiful. And of course, a color that I think really grounds a space and brings in tons of warmth is the color brown. Now, why am I choosing brown? Because personally, I feel like the color brown is universal. Of course, you see it in nature, all over nature. And at the same time, it's one of those warmer tones that is a neutral. In my opinion, I think brown is a neutral, and I think most people think that it's a neutral. But it is also a color that works with almost any other color out there. If anything, brown works with every color. And I think I'm going to do a video on the color brown and then show you different variations of how you can incorporate it into your spaces with different colors. So stay tuned for that in the near future. But yes, brown is the perfect color to be able to mix into any space in order to infuse some warmth. And I think that it works so well with so many different color palettes. And it is just an amazing color in my opinion. Now, if you'd like a little bit more balance, but let's say you lean towards a certain color palette or certain tones, for instance. So if you happen to be the person who prefers cooler tones over warmer tones, I think a great way for you to be able to bring in some balance into your space is just by adding a warm toned rug. I think that will be absolutely amazing. And then you can also bring in some continuity by adding some warmer toned lighting and a few pops of warmer toned colors. So you don't have to go overboard with it, but you could just really do it tastefully and sparingly. A picture that I really love on Pinterest is of a dining room that is pretty cool toned overall, but just bringing in some warmth in some of the dining chairs as well as the rug and the light fixture really just helped to tie everything in and gave that space a lot more depth and made it feel a lot cozier in my opinion. Of course, it looks like a forest, so that's already encompassing you. But as you can tell, the wallpaper leans towards the cooler side as well. So I think that is a genius way for you to add some balance. And then lastly but not least, I would encourage you to incorporate warmer lighting. So we're looking for light bulbs that are on the warmer side, not cool toned. We don't want white light in your space because it feels really sterile, and then it's so bright at the same time. There's just nothing cozy about it. So if you don't even want to introduce anything warm in terms of decor pieces or your furniture or your paintings and artwork and the like, then just incorporating some warmer tone lighting will give you the illusion of having those cozy vibes. So if let's say you have the warmer yellow or orange lighting, the warmer tones bouncing off the walls and off your furniture pieces in the evening will definitely bring in that coziness that we all crave. And then at the same time, you can even go a little bit further with candlelight. I think having candlelight in any space really just warms up the space and makes it feel 10 times cozier. And that is everything that I wanted to share with you right off the top of my head. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Also hype this video up for the algorithm. We're definitely growing. We're almost at 300 subscribers and I'm really excited and grateful for all your support. So I hope you enjoy your weekend, everybody. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.